Today we are continuing yesterday's session. Yesterday we had been talking about narration. I hope you people had gone through that part and you might have looked the remaining parts, and from your side you might have sourced the things and you could have studied well. And today I'm fully hopeful that you would be supporting me in my confusions. I'm here with you to share my ideas so that I could learn something from your side too. So it's time to begin. So good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our third class, right? By counting serially, it's a third class. Often I come to the classes, so we have been meeting frequently. So today I'd like to continue the same topic, and if possible, I'd like to conclude that. I might hurry to conclude that. If you have any confusion, you need to ask me. Please raise your hand or nod your head. I could notify that and I could try to make you satisfied. So this is time to share my screen, the remaining slides. Okay. So in narration, we talked a few points. There are two major components, reporting verb and reported speech. With the help of reported speech, we can narrate that. Unless there is a reported speech, unless there is a sentence or a statement, we can't report that. We can't change that. So that is the part. Yesterday, we talked all these things, right? So these slides were discussed. So I'm briefly talking that. Reporting verb, right? And reported speech. So in reporting verb and reported speech, we have to make certain, matches. So while matching them, while connecting them, reporting verb and reported speech, we have to follow certain norms, certain rules, and we have to make certain changes there in terms of reporting verb, in terms of tense, in terms of adverbs, in terms of pronoun, right? All these things could be changed. We have to change them. And we discussed these things yesterday. So we were up to pronoun change yesterday. We were here. We were stopped at this slide. We reached up to here and how it has been changed. So we need to be very much careful and we have to follow this chart. If you study the chart well, this table well, then you could understand how that has been changed. Later we will look the examples also, right? And that example will help us. If you have pen and copy with you right now, you could write the sentences that is not shown in the slide that I speak. At that time, that would be helpful to you. So look at this. I've written there S-O-N. This is the simple trick to change the pronoun. S-O-N, right under S, there is 1. Right under O, there is 2. Similarly, under N, 3. And the full form I have written there, the bottom, look. S stands for subject, O stands for object, N stands for no change. That means pronouns are not changed. And let me tell you the condition. 1 stands for first person pronoun. If the first person pronoun, any part, just see, first person pronoun means I, we, me, us, my, our, myself, ourselves. These are totally categorized under first person pronoun. First person pronoun means you need to look all these items, not only I, we. These are the subjective form, these are the objective form, these are the possessive form, reflexive form, similarly, right? second person you, third person he, she, it, they. These are the all these things. All these things you have to look. Okay. So first person pronoun that is changed according to the subject of reporting verb. S stands for subject. Therefore, first person pronoun of reported speech is changed according to the subject of reporting verb. Whether yesterday we discussed that, right? Yesterday we discussed that I want to begin, the teacher said, I want to begin unit 2 today. So yesterday we discussed that I here is the pronoun used for the teacher. The teacher used that. So we don't know whether teacher is male or female in that sentence. So the subject of reporting verb is the teacher, because teacher said, right? Reporting verb said, then the subject is the teacher. And that teacher is there in the subject form of reporting verb, in the place of subject in the reporting verb section. And in reported speech, first person pronoun I is used there. So I is the pronoun for teacher. So we have to change that first person pronoun, right? According to that reporting verb subject. So that can be changed into he or she, because we are reporting that. We are not just making the original sentence there. We are not making the original statement there. That is the statement of teacher. Therefore, we are reporting. We are speaking. Right? We are telling. We are retailing, let's say. Right? Reporting that, narrating that. So we have to change that into he or she. That is, that I is changed according to the subject. Similarly, second person pronoun is changed according to the object of reporting verb. Second person pronoun is, or second person pronoun of reported speech is changed according to the object of reporting verb. And when we get directly use of third person pronoun in reported speech, that is not changed, because no change, right? Third person pronoun, if there was written, the teacher said he wants to start unit 2 today. If there was a sentence, then we would not have changed that he. We would not have changed that he, because third person pronoun is not changed. This is the trick. This is the very, very essential trick of changing the pronoun. If you remember this slide and that previous slide, this is enough for pronoun change. See the thing, two slides are very important to talk about pronoun change, right? So let me go to next slide then. This is about tense change. Before talking about the tense change, my dear children, you have to be very much careful about. If you have pen and copy, you have to make note. When we have future or present reporting verb, when we have future or present reporting verb, then the tense of reported speech is not changed. When we have future or present reporting verb, at that time, the tense of reported speech is not changed. We don't change. If there is future tense in reporting verb, or if the reporting verb is in present tense, then we can't change, or we should not change the tense of reported speech. And another part is, if the reported speech talks universal truth, universally accepted truth, at that time we shouldn't change the tense of reported speech. If the two conditions, somewhere in the grammar you may find that somewhere in the grammar book you may find universal truth and habitual actions, but Habitual action, we can't say, we can't claim that we can't change, because habits can be changed. For example, I might have certain habits, or I had certain habits in the past. Now the habits are changed. See the thing. For example, in the past, I liked playing marbles, but now I don't like. My habit is changed. But likes and dislikes, it's changeable. Habit is changeable. Therefore, we can't claim that, therefore, I have omitted that side. And then you have to be careful. There are two conditions. Be careful. When reporting verbs are in present tense or future tense, at that time, tense of the reported speech is not changed. Another condition is that when the reported speech talks about universal truth, at that time, the tense is not changed. We can't change the tense. Just for example, the teacher said, what does the teacher say? The teacher said that. What he said? The earth moves round the sun. The earth moves round the sun. The earth moves round the sun is the universal truth. Right? We can't change that into past. Means if we say the earth moved, then now it doesn't move, it moves. Right? It's universal truth. It's going on. Right? And it's, going on. And universally accepted. Everybody believed that. Besides that, these are the conditions. If we find simple present tense in reported speech, then that should be normally changed into simple past tense. Present continuous tense, past continuous tense. Present perfect tense, past perfect tense. Present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense. My dear children, here I would like to tell you one more thing, right? So present perfect tense and simple past tense, both are changed into past perfect tense. We would talk detailedly about the difference between present perfect tense and simple past tense in our coming classes, right? So simply I need to tell you that, look, when we are changing indirect speech into direct speech, at that time we have to be very much aware of the adverbs. If the time adverb is given there, at that time we have to be very much clever. Mostly students get confused there. Why they get confused? They only know the rule. They only think about the rule. Present perfect as well as simple past, both are changed into past perfect tense. And they neglect that time adverb provided in the sentence. And at that time, they may make the mistakes. Just for example, let me give you an example here, how we are confused there. One sentence is given that the teacher said that he had completed unit 1. He had completed unit 1 the previous day. And the word the previous day is the time adverb. And if we want to change that into direct speech, the teacher said, comma, an inverted comma starts, I complete, right? I have completed unit 1. The previous day changes into yesterday. And full stop and inverted comma. If you write that, I have completed unit 1 yesterday, the time adverb yesterday is not used with present perfect tense. So that sentence becomes wrong. Because of that, the previous day, that sentence, while changing into direct speech, at that time, we need to look at the time adverb because there is previous day. Therefore, that sentence is of simple past. So you need to change that into simple past. And how it is changed? So we have to avoid that auxiliary verb has or had. So how it is made? The teacher said, comma, inverted comma started, I completed unit 1 yesterday. Full stop, inverted comma close. This is how that is changed. So don't get confused between present perfect and simple past. Right? Here comes the confusion to the students. Because this time we get the question, in the form of reproduction. Previously we used to be asked, right? Multiple choices. The options were given there and we had to choose the best options. But this time we have to change from our own side. That is reproduction section. This time the model has been changed, right? Question pattern has been changed. So be careful. Previous question pattern and, last year's and this year's, question pattern has been changed. So you are also following the new grid. I hope this slide is clear to you. And next, you could see there, simple past tense you find, that goes to past perfect tense. I've already talked, right? And past continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense. And one more similarity is there. Past continuous tense and present perfect continuous tense. Both go to the past perfect continuous tense. And simple future, simply we think that will, shall plus action verb. Verb 1. That other things we let as it is. We simply change will into would, shall into should. This is the tense change. And we make this sort of changes. And another one is future continuous tense. And would, should, right? Shall, will would be into would, should. And there comes be verb. And we don't need to change that be verb. Be verb comes as it is, right? And vivo comes as it is. So this is how we make the changes. Don't bother about that. Only we have to think. Especially I would like to tell you here in short, I could have made very simple, will, shall goes to would, should without giving the details. But I think it's better. You could see the whole structure and it would be easier to understand. I believe that's so I made it. So third one, these are other changes. And the verb comes has to, have to, then that goes to have to. For example, father said, you have to join the online class. You have to join. And this you is here, second person. And whom did the father say? Father said to me. Father said to me. Because object here, object of reporting verb is me. You could notify that. Father said to me, you have to join the online class. Then me. And then you is in the subject form. Right? And what is the subject form of me? If we go back to the slide, right? What is the subject form of me? Look at here, I. So that me, subject form of me is here, I. So in place of you is used there, you have to join, right? So here is you. You have to join. Look, you have to join means this you is here in place of I. So that you will be changed into I, and have to goes to had to. I had to join the online class. Must also changes into had to. Can, may, look at there. You could get don't, doesn't, you could see there, right? And sometimes we may get these forms, these verbs also, and these verbs are changed accordingly. And these are the adverb changes. Adverb means the time. Yeah, I discussed yesterday, MTP. Adverbs can be categorized or classified into 3 different groups. The first group, adverb of place, right? Adverb of place. Second group, adverb of manner. Third group, adverb of time. So manner M, time T, place P. So I made it short from MTP so that it could be easier to remember, right? So now of direct speech change into then. See, let's see. Today it changed into that day. We have done same example earlier, right? Just we discussed about in the second slide, right? While talking about reporting verb and reported speech, the teacher said, I want to begin unit 2 today. There we saw that today changed into that day. The word today here, while writing indirect speech, here is that day. That is called the adverb change. And this wanted. There was I want, tense change. I wanted. See the things. This is how the changes are made. There are other changes also. Yesterday, that's also time. Here, this is time, sorry, place adverb, right? Here is the place. Sometimes what happens is that, let me give you an example to make you clear this. The teacher is in front of the class, right? And suppose Dipsona is sitting at the back of the class. At that time, teacher calls Dipsona front. Teacher simply makes utterance. Dipsona, come here. Dipsona could not listen that. Erica is just sitting by Dipsona. And Erica reports my sentence to Dipsona. And what does she say at that time? Dipsona, you are asked to, or you are told to go there. I use there the word here. Come here. What did she make? She make, I use the word come here. See the changes there. Come also changed. And she said, she reported to Dipsona, go there. Come changes into go. Here changes into there. This example has killed two birds by one stone. See the thing. Sometimes verbs are also changed. I would talk about that also, right? So for me, that's here. For Erica, that's there. If you imagine the example of your classroom, right? Just for example, I'm in Dang, you're in Kathmandu. If I invite somebody or some of you, oh, come here if possible. For me, come. For you, go. For me, here. For you, there. And if some of you invited me there, then look, I'm not using here. I'm using there. For me, that's there, right? This is how it has been changed. I believe how here is changed into there. How come is changed into go. It might be clear to you people. If you have confusion, you may ask and we may discuss, in detail too. So here are certain examples I have extracted from the book. In your textbook, don't think that only two questions are there, sir. Only two statements are there. No, there are many statements because I have picked out only two examples so that I could discuss, right? Other examples also we could take. There is one person named Sujal, one person named Sanskriti. And there are the speech bubbles, Sujal speaks to Sanskriti there. Sujal said to Sanskriti there. There are many speech bubbles, right? If you go through the book, right? So at that time, Sujal said to Sanskriti, I will see you tomorrow. Why did I use this statement? Is because in this statement, we have to do a lot of things. One, reporting verb change, said to. Another thing, tense change. Even in tense change, future tense, there will. And then pronoun change. And then time adverb change. Look, almost all changes are possible in this sentence. Thereby, I have selected this statement. Almost all changes are seen in this statement. Look at there. And in that answer, I have used different color also. If you see the slide, right, I've used the different color there. And look, Sujal said to changes into told. Sanskriti is the object, right? And then I will see you tomorrow. This is not a question, not an imperative sentence, right? Not permission, not request, not offer, nothing else. Simply, this is a statement. Yesterday, I told you the difference between statement and sentence. I believe you are familiar with that thing. This is simple statement. And if there is a statement in reported speech, we have to connect using that. You know, we have to connect reporting verb and reported speech using the connective that. So there is a that. I is here change first person pronoun, change according to the subject of reporting verb. Here reporting verb is said and the subject is Sujal. See the thing, who said? Sujal said. Sujal is the person, you know, who uttered this statement. And then, so Sujal is a boy, right? Don't be confused. Sujal is the name of a girl also. But I considered here boy, okay? So there are certain names. Those names get me, you know, make me confused. See the thing. Sujal, boy also, girl also. But I thought here, the boy. So I used here pronoun he. Look at this. And Sujal, there is I, first person pronoun. And first person pronoun here, he use I. And we are reporting this. We are reporting means we are not speaking. And on behalf of Sujal, we are telling that Sujal, he. And then here will changes into would. And see the verb same. So here also black color, here also black color. I have not changed. And then you is here second person pronoun. Second person pronoun is here used in place of object. See the thing? In place of object. And Sanskriti is object of reporting verb. Sanskriti is without doubt a girl. So we can use she, pronoun she in place of Sanskriti. And in place of object she into her. That you is changed into her. Second person pronoun is changed according to the object of reporting verb. The object of reporting verb is Sanskriti here. Right? And the following day, tomorrow is changed with following day. It's a time change. This is how it has been made. And in the second sentence, you could see other things are there. Last night, other things are same. You could see tense change. Right? This last night has been changed into the previous night. This is how we make this. This sort of changes direct speech to indirect speech. And if we reverse it, then we change indirect speech to direct speech. If we reverse this one, you know, this sentence reverse, then we change the direct speech into indirect speech into direct speech. So these are the practice questions for you, right? If you have copy and pen, be quick and do it. And very quickly, if you raise your hand and we will discuss this, right? Only one question. Each of you do only one question. Anyone you can choose. No need to do 4 questions, okay? Only one question. Any of you, you know, choose any of those questions. Only one question. Okay, I believe you have copied the question. So what about come and go, how it is changed? I have already talked. And here and there also I talked. This, that, now, then I have already talked. So I don't need to make more discussion here. So you have time to make a queries. And now let's go to the question discussion, practice question. If anyone has completed, please raise your hand. Raise your hand. Only one question. I think Binit Thapa completed, right? Yes, Binit, could you please answer which one question you solved?
The last one.
Please, what's your answer?
The doctor told me to meet him tomorrow.
There is tomorrow given, right? Meet me tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
You have not done one thing. Let me know that thing from Sampada Vasnet. Sampada, what he missed to do?
So the answer is the doctor told me to meet him the following day.
Yes, he did not change the time adverb tomorrow, right? Therefore, that's incomplete. His answer is right, but incomplete. So thank you very much, my dear children. You'll get your assignment and you have to submit on time. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed my class and stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully you'll join in next class. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, everybody.